What's up, guys? It's Bulbasaur Games here with you with a another ESO Let's Play. So yeah, last time we left off, we were in the middle yet again of another quest, and so this one's dealing with it's called the Dark Knowledge, which is dealing with these tome books from quote-unquote Oblivion, and whether or not to, I'm guessing what the decision is going to be whether or not to destroy them or to use their power. Personally, I'm probably going to destroy them because nothing from Oblivion can be trusted ever whatsoever. Anyways, I did some running around beforehand and I got some new gear, changed its color around a little bit, and just try to up to my character's ability to have combat. I saved these character skill points for with you guys around so I can continue to show you how I plan to do this. Like I said, Magicka and Stamina being primaries, Health being a secondary. So Magicka being the first primary, bring that up to 2. And as for skill points, let's see here. We have the ability to morph the Assassin's Blade. We have the ability to get an extra ability called the Veiled Strike. And we're able to upgrade Strife and get Agony. There's some other things too around down here, but as of right now, the things I want to focus on are my combat ones with my, that'll actually come in handy with my dagger, which I'm waiting for more of that. But let's go ahead and take a look at this. Assassin's Blade throws a magical blade with lethal precision to stab an enemy. Then you also have Teleport Strike. Well, no, that one's already. Master Assassin, increased weapon spell damage while invisible, or stealth by 5%. Successful stealth attack stun for 100% longer. That's 100%. Veiled Strike, attack with Veiled Strike while stealth or invisible, stuns the enemy and sets him off balance for 4 seconds. We got Siphoning, which is Strife Force, steal an enemy's life force, and then when it's upgraded, also heals a nearby ally. I usually don't have allies with me, so I usually do this stuff by myself, especially the Let's Play videos. Receive more healing while ability is slotted. And we're going to go with this. Oh, we also have an extra point, so shackle an enemy in torment. Damn, well, these things are just, they're just dark. And again, I guess that's what happens when you pick the shadow class, I guess. Primarily for stealth reasons, but you know. So Assassin's Blade, morph this ability. I can morph it into the Killer's Blade. Scales off stamina and weapon damage. Heals you if target dies within 2 seconds of use. Ability may be used at range. At range, what does that mean? Impale. Throw a magic blade with lethal precision to strike an enemy for causes 300% more damage to low health. Let's go ahead and go with that because I accidentally hit it. So, yeah, there's that. Alright, guys, well, that's the skill points that we spent. Now let's go ahead and get right back into the quest. Talking to this woman first.
No matter. I'll rekindle the shrine's fire with my own essence, but you must promise to destroy them. You saw what happens to those who possess the tomes. Then that is a blessing. Once the books begin calling to you, there is little time before they ensnare you completely. Burn the books. Don't let their burden destroy you.
I'm not even going to bother talking to her. I'm just going to come over here and destroy them. So your hand remains in place, clutching the books. A chill shoots through your body. The pain in your head blooms. Ignore the pain, burn the books. Your hand shakes and your vision blurs, but your fingers do not release their grip on the books. The pain in your head is excruciating. Burn the books, burn the books, burn the books. Well then, the books slip from your fingers, the flames roar, the pain fades. Oh, okay.
You've done it. The tomes are gone.
Oh, looks like
I can't
his hands are okay. His fur's not completely burned off his body, so there.
No one else
Alright, that's
fall
good.
into their trap. You managed what I could not. But it is done.
Are you
That's
certain?
all that matters.
Awesome, that works for me. 93 gold, and I don't know what that is. I'm gonna take a look at it. There we go, another quest completed. A little bit further along, and let's take a look at this. Oh, finally, it's a dagger. Finally, we actually have a dagger. I can actually get into having a dagger. These things really are small. Anyways. There we go. One-handed shield. Oh, that stinks. But for right now, it'll do. I'll get another dagger eventually. I learned a secret about recording, and it's actually quite simply put, just having a glass of water beside you so that when your throat starts getting dry, you can actually drink and cause it to not be dry anymore. So instead of pausing the video and all that and causing you guys to wait for like 5 seconds, so I drink or skipping it, try to find a way to edit the video to skip that part where I drink water. I'm just gonna drink water while on camera. Whatever. I'm drinking water, guys. I'm human. Anyways, so yeah. So this is something I've discovered, that while preaching, it helps to have some water with me, because you get, parched throat and whatnot. So little piggy ran all the way home. No. Oh, whatever. Just did that for the comedic relief. And whoa. Homespun robe. And we'll let that sit here. Anyways. So yeah, now with that out of the way, there doesn't seem to be much left besides, let's actually go over here and look at this. Discover the location, because you do get experience for looking at different locations and discovering them. Quest lines you complete, you get experience that way. Everything kind of attributes into the experience you get and gain to level up. So I always suggest, looking at these places and whatnot. Temple of the Dark Moon. Wow, these things are just really dark. Anyways, Temple of the Dark Moon discovered, and you see, there we go. I just increased my one shield and hand just by looking at a place. It's kind of weird, but at the same time, it kind of goes against the other Elder Scrolls games, especially Skyrim and Oblivion, because primarily how you leveled up there is you actually fought things and whatnot. And you get experience from doing that here, but at the same time, the primary amount of experience you get is from doing quests. And that just wasn't the case in Oblivion or Skyrim. Like, you primarily got experience just from the actions alone of fighting with a sword or blacksmithing or anything to that nature. That was how you got your experience. And so yeah, but I'm guessing there's a quest around here, or else this area would be lit up and it would say I discovered it or something. So there's either a quest that's going to be involving this area, or there's a quest around here. At this current time, I can't really see one popping up on the screen. So we're just going to move on to this next area to discover, which is called the Bulbasaur hunting camp, I guess. And take a look at that area, get the experience from that, and look at that. There we go. Quest mark already right there. So we'll be able to go take care of that here soon. It hit me. Oh, something hit me. Oh, it's the thunderbugs. Alright. There we go. Like I said before in the previous let's plays, combat on here has definitely gotten better. I actually prefer the combat on this compared to the combat on Skyrim, but it makes things easier. Combat's definitely easier on here, and actually more fluent than Skyrim, because with Skyrim, like I said, before you on the 360, you had to push up on the D-pad and to access your potions, your secondary weapons, and all that other stuff like that. And even though you could have a lot of things in that, basically what they made a hotbar. At the same time, it was annoying to have to do that because sometimes even the game would freeze. So yeah, definitely combat has gotten a lot better. What's this woman want?
Do you see that strange miasma? It appeared on the great tree after the hurricane, like a sickness. I've done what I can.
What's wrong with your great tree?
There's a cave directly beneath us. I called a spirit there to heal the great tree's roots, but it hasn't returned. Would you see what?
Is there anything I can do?
And aid it if you can. I can feel the spirit's frustration. It wants to help the great tree, but something prevents it.
I'll help this spirit if I can. Right, there we go. Don't really like asking too many questions. Just go in there and handle. It's just a big tree with a lot of. It farted, guys. That's all it is. The tree farted. Everyone, calm down. The tree farted. It'll be okay. So how do I get in here? That's the question. So I'll come down here and see if there's a. Yep, there's a cave entrance. That's what I figured. So into the cave we go. That's also another thing I'm liking about this is that the transition from one area to another. Like, I mean, it was before that, like, you would go, there'd have to be, like, a door here, you'd have to enter into that door, wait for a giant loading screen, and everything like that. But no, now at this point, it's, you just walk in, and that's useful.
Ever try piloting a ship through a hurricane while your entire cargo of Quama eggs hatch and go bug nuts? Been there. Can't recommend it.
What's the problem?
After we wrecked, they made a Quama line toward this cave. I came after them, but they're a bit distracted. They always get surly after hatching, but these Quama are downright unsociable. I tried to stop
Distracted?
them.
What do you mean by distracted?
They objected. Bumped into a fine-looking tree trunk on my way out. Thought I was done for, but it kept walking. No, Quama didn't take to it, whatever it was. I heard them munching on it, same as those roots.
That must be the spirit attempting to heal the roots.
If you could help the pretty tree trunk do what it needs to do, I bet they'll head back this way. If they'd stop eating those giant roots, they might get better. But I don't blame you if you have to put down a few to save the rest. Just be careful. Nothing fierce.
And the big ones?
Crazed Quama. Not even my sister-in-law.
Not even my sister-in-law. Okay. I'd hate to meet your sister-in-law. Anyways. Whoa. Yep, run away, guys. Yeah, probably running away from this guy. Well, that's just weird, but okay. I like it in here. It's all green. Okay, so she just kind of, like, heals it and we just follow her around. Alright, I got you. That's why these guys are all following her around. If it can even be called a her. So yeah, she'll just heal this final one, and there we go. Quest pretty much easily done. Didn't really have to take care of, really do anything. So there'll be a few of these easy quests and whatnot. There'll be some quests that like probably necessarily wouldn't be easy, but like at the same time they become easy because of other people playing. That's the thing about Elder Scrolls Online, is that it's online and there's no real offline feature. So with that being said, with there being no offline feature, you're constantly going to have people around. And so you get into playing, you know, at certain times and whatnot, and you get a bunch of people around, and they pretty much take care of everything, and you really don't have to... Ooh, Sky Shard. You don't really have to do anything other than just kind of tag along and complete the quest. Which can be, like, just depends on how you take it. Me, I just take it and I go, okay, well, it happened, whatever. Easy quest, and I just let it slide. Other people would get upset about that. Me, I just really don't. I don't let it get to me, because you still enjoy the game, you still enjoy the quest, and you still, you know, get the experience from it. It's just, you got it a lot easier than how you would if you would have had to take care of it by yourself. So...
strengthen the great tree. The Quama will soon learn the cave is their nest and treat the spirit as their queen. Together, they'll guard the cave against intruders who seek to harm the great tree. A new story can frighten any creature until it realizes its role within.
I guess that's why they call you guys wood elves. Kind of the hippies, I guess. But... so yeah, like I said, that's what I figured. I figured there had to be a quest for it. Usually, majority of the time, these symbols and, these symbols sometimes will have quests. These symbols almost never have quests. They're usually just areas you discover. These symbols almost always have quests. Caves usually have a quest. And definitely like town, little castle things like this have a quest. If there's ever an area that's empty like this, always assume that there's got to be something over there. I mean, especially when you're dealing with like the main country. Because the main countries, whenever you go out over to them, so we'll just, I think it's, yeah, Aldrin here. By the time we get done with all this country right over here, when we actually get over here, this entire country is just going to be full, like full to the brim of stuff and of way shrines, and not only way shrines, but other things like caves, these little things, these things. It's just gonna be full, and so I can't imagine that this is pretty much all that's here. But I mean, for the sake of the Let's Play, instead of like going out and actually hunting for all those, I'm actually going to just continue on, go back to the main town to try to take care of the main quest, because we spent quite a few episodes on this island, and I'm going to try to, within this next episode, or within the next episode to come, try to get us off this island and back to the main country. At the same time, we always have to focus on, we have to try to focus on some of these side quests, because that's what causes our character to level up. And eventually you'll reach a part in a country where we're going to be dealing with enemies that are just way too strong for us, and we'd have to come back here anyways, or go back to where we were previously, to try to level up our character and do those quests. So instead of just going ahead and having to do that anyways, just going ahead and taking care of it now would be the best option. But like I said, things where I like upgrade the armor and other things like that's the kind of stuff I'm going to save. I'm going to do while I'm off camera, so that you guys don't have to see that, and you don't have to, you know, we don't have to waste time trying to do all that stuff. And at the same time, I'm not going to always get off my steed and kill all these creatures and whatnot just to get stuff off for them, or just trying to kill them for the sake, I guess, of getting the experience or whatnot. But I'm not gonna, you know, neglect to kill a few here and there just to keep the entertainment aspect in there. But at the same time, this is, as well as a Let's Play, it's kind of somewhat a walkthrough, showing you, you know, how, I guess, to go through the Dominion quest lines and whatnot, and what needs to be done on some of them. Though, if it was a walkthrough, I guess it'd be a little bit more specific. But, yeah. I'm just strictly trying to, you know, get through the quests and whatnot, and get us going with this Let's Play, so that it doesn't become a 6,000 episode thing, you know. But at the same time, it's probably going to be quite a few episodes. But yeah, let me know in the comments, guys. Majority of the votes are if, you know, the few things that we need to decide on is whether or not you guys want it in first person or third person, or if you guys want, there's a few others, I can't remember what the other votes were, but I mean, previous videos will tell you. I guess the next thing to vote on would be as to whether or not you guys want to see the side quests or not. I mean, I could probably skip a lot of these quests, like over here and whatnot, the ones that we dealt with over here, like this, and I guess this one, not this one, but wherever that other one was, right here, I guess. Yeah, I can skip those, and we can try to focus on the main things. And what I'll do is, like, off camera, I'll go take care of those quests so that we're, you know, moving right along. But moving right along now, let's just go ahead and I'll talk to this guy.
Clearly, you were meant to help us out. John and Jode have a sense of
I put an
humor.
end to the troubles and shattered
of course,
shoals
Raz
and the
thinks
temple of the
discretion
morning
deserves
springs.
a reward. Keep your wits about you, my new friend. Mistrel's houses cast deep shadows, and vipers lurk in the tall grass.
Alright.
Mistrel is the jewel of the southern seas, a free port with trade ties to half of Tamriel. Ambassadors from the Dominion
And
arrived
what do you mean?
weeks ago to negotiate its admission into the Alliance. Unfortunately, things have not gone smoothly. Kenarthis Roost has an old treaty with the Maumar. They claim the Dominion fleet intended to invade their home waters.
Why?
It's
What's
a
happened?
sticking point in the negotiations. The Sylvanar could use some help. Find him. Give him this token. He'll know you are a friend. Without Mistral's support, the Dominion will have precious little defense on its southern coasts. But we are not here to conquer anyone.
Alright.
The Sylvanar knows this. He is in the Chancery, seeking a peaceful resolution here.
Alrighty. So, continue on with the main quest here. Go up here, talk to this guy. Yeah.
Every one of these sea elves is a venomous serpent.
Hopefully we'll be off this
Lord,
island
take
by the
them
end of
all.
this Let's Play.
Why did the Sylvanar
and
negotiate
onto
with
the main
this
country.
filthy Maumar? Those pirates are a stick in the High Elf eye. They capture our merchants' ships and raid our settlements.
What do you
I
have
had
against the
to say,
Malmor?
We'd negotiate with a sword at their throats. Not as long as the Sylvanar confuses diplomacy with capitulation. He's inside with the rest of them, pretending
You don't
there's
have
no
any say in
end
the
in bloodshed.
negotiations?
go. See this farce for yourself.
Okay.
Your pardon, friend.
Like I said
The
before,
Dominions arrived on Kenarthis Roost has upset the
primary
locals.
reasons why I chose the
It's
Ebonheart
on me
Pact
to smooth
first.
the waters.
We'll discuss after I talk to
Please,
this guy.
help yourself to food or drink. I'm happy to speak with you once this matter is settled. Most unexpected. It seems we have a mutual friend. May I ask, what brings you to Mistral? Then perhaps you can advise me on a small matter. The Maormer have a treaty with Kenarthis Roost. This is nothing to fear. A treaty is something I can work with. Yet neither Ambassador Ulondil nor Headwoman Harani will produce a copy. Indeed, why not? It would be indecorous to suggest the treaty is anything but actual and sound, yet I fear it won't present itself without a more active line of inquiry. Would you be my voice in this, with Ambassador Ulondil and Headwoman Harani? Exactly. A chorus of requests may succeed in carrying the tune. Harani in particular seems eager to see.
You want me to
this
ask them
resolved.
for a copy of the
I
treaty?
fear the Dominion presence binds her hands. But I'll leave you to it.
Alright. Like I was saying, guys, I can't remember what I was saying. What was it, dealing with...
hurricane, but I don't believe we've met.
Maybe I should have picked up on it from there. I forgot.
May your stay here be full of warm winds and soft sand. And I told him the mere act of doing so would complicate matters with our longtime Maormer allies. They take great offense to the Dominion's claims upon our island. Look around you. What great armies do you see? Our survival depends on knowing when to fight.
Why did you
and
sign
when
a
to
treaty with the
peace.
Maormer?
The treaty brought us prosperity for generations. I will not be the one to break it.
Okay. See, actually, I remember what I was talking about. It was the reason why I picked the Ebonheart Pact originally with my first character that I played as. Just primarily due to the fact that, you know, one, Argonian. I've always picked Argonians as my first character. And two, for the Ebonheart, you know, Pact, it just, you know, seemed kind of the more just cause. Daggerfall, I don't really understand much of theirs, but I mean the Aldermarine Dominion, I'm just not too happy with the High Elves. Like they seem a little high on themselves, you know. I mean, they have a little bit of an attitude about them, like they think they're better than everybody else, and that they only know the right way, and all that other stuff like that. And it's just they really have a really bad attitude about them. So that's the reason why I didn't pick the High Elves, because the High Elves are just, yeah, no. But I picked it for this. I don't know why. I guess it was just because one I didn't have for here, and I kind of just wanted to see what it was like over
and
here.
This is how
So,
they repay our kindness.
no, back to
We
the
will
questions.
not allow high elf thieves to gain a foothold in our territorial waters. By all rights, this is our island. Harani's people occupy it with our blessing. If she breaks the treaty,
You
so breaks
claim
our
Kenarthis
truce,
Roost?
we'll take back our island, and the Khajiit will pay the price. We keep a copy on an island far from here. I see no reason to send for it. I won't allow
Alright, buddy,
high
calm
elf
down.
wharf rats
Where's this
another
treaty?
chance to take our rightful lands. Why don't you bother Harani for her copy?
Any luck securing a copy of the treaty? Then there's little chance for compromise. I'll call a break in formal talks until everyone calms their nerves. You
They
understand
both
the
refused
stakes,
to provide
yes?
a copy.
It's why I ask you to take a more active role in locating the treaty. I don't do so lightly. I can't allow the Dominion's first act on Kenarthis Roost to be one of conquest. I understand our mutual friend prefers the
What do you
rum
mean?
served at a nearby tavern. Perhaps he would have ideas on securing a copy of the treaty.
Hello there.
Alright then. Yeah guys, I understand that a lot of my talking probably, I know for a fact kills a lot of our time.
Think this one drinks on the
So
job?
I'm gonna try to get better about
And so will
not,
everyone else.
talking whenever it
What
comes
is the
time
word,
to
my
talk
new
to these
friend?
people.
Ulandil certainly won't. His viper tongue is sharp.
The
But
Sylvan
Harari
Nair
can't, because
needs
her
to
mouth
see
was
the
stolen.
treaty, but
It only
nobody
takes
will
3
provide a copy.
drinks to loosen the tongue of the Chancery clerk, if you were curious. A good question. Raz answers it with an interesting bit of trivia. Ulandil
Who
posted
stole
a
Harani's
card
copy of the
once
treaty?
the day of the theft. His subtleties rivaled only by his pleasant personality. Oh, and it's 5 drinks for embassy staff. 6 puts them out. Someone needs to slip into Marmor Embassy, find their way past the guard, and rifle through
Are you
Ulandil's
certain
private quarters.
Yolanda
Oh,
has the
and
stolen
do
treaty?
it without bloodshed that could provoke war with the Marmor. In case he was not clear, Raz is talking about you. The pragmatist in this one says it's because you have no firm connection to the Dominion. The optimist says it's because you have proven yourself more than
Why me?
capable already. When you have the treaty, meet both of us at the bridge.
Can you not feel the hatred
What do you want?
burns within its
Kenarthis Roost and the Dominion. Together,
Alrighty then.
we'll achieve unity.
So we're off to secure a copy of the treaty. Phew. Man. Man, oh man, oh man. Gotta do with that bloodshed too. Everything alright, man? Seemed to be twitching out there for a second. Anyways,
Another one?
so we had to sneak in here.
Ambassador Ulandil isn't here. And if he
So I guess
was...
it's really not sneaking if they're just like kind of letting me in. Alright then.
Off limits. You aren't Are you
Alright,
lost?
try to avoid doing
Ambassador
that.
Ulandil's
So
quarters aren't open for visitors.
come up here.
None of your business. Go bother the clerk. He doesn't know when to shut up either.
What are you guarding?
None of your business.
Silver fur. I saw you in the water again. Alright, so I guess that's evidence against him? No, we'll see. So there's that. It looks like there's a few things downstairs that I guess will help attribute to us.
Are you lost? Ambassador... What?
I guess.
Give
There we
it
go.
here. She wants to meet me? Now? Out of my way.
This will be interesting. So basically we found a letter from some woman that he's, in love with, courting or whatever, and we forged a reply saying that she wants to meet him, like, immediately. So, yeah, okay. Anyways, so let's just go ahead and enter in here. Grab what we need to grab. Should be the treaty. Read this book for no reason at all. And right at the door we go. Guess these quests can be a lot easier once you just kind of start running through them. But you know, I like to talk, so it's kind of part of it. It's a let's play. But so yeah, I don't know. I don't think we'll be able to get off this island before the end of this video. But definitely in the end of the next one, we're going to be off this island. We're going to be into the main country, the one we started off on. And we're going to be continuing our quest from there.
The spring in your step. Did you know a sense of accomplishment can
here he is.
Stride? You'll learn to notice
Jump.
it in others.
Talk to him.
The Sylvanar is certainly being watched by the Maumar. You should inform him the treaty is safe. He will know what to do next.
Indeed, here's the treaty.
The Sylvanar and the Green Lady are being put up in the armorer's hall. This one recommends you knock before entering.
Alright, I'll tell him.
Green Lady gets jumpy at silent approach. At a quick glance, there are holes in the treaty. When the Sylvanar worries at them, he'll tear a hole in the mountain.
Do you think having the treaty will help?
Not Ambassador Ulanil, though that would be fun.
Alright, man. Okay. So yeah, guys, like I said, I'm going to try to work on, not necessarily talking, you know, if, whenever we're in the middle of doing these things, and talking to these people, so that we can actually get to the quests, and I'm not just babbering my mouth on and on and on. Oh, they're passed out. A strange aura surrounds the Sylvanar's corpse. His body is warm to the touch, and a faint smell of sulfur permeates the air. Or room.
You
You're
found
telling
him
me?
like this? What did you see? Answer me! Then you know nothing. 1,000 curses on this wretched island. They've taken my beloved.
He was dead when I arrived.
None who survive the day. I am the unerring bolt. Once loosed, I cannot stop till I pierce my quarry's eye.
Who would want him dead?
Rani knows her own city. If she won't tell you who did this, I'll shorten her tail until she does. Now go! Go!
Well, that's not good. So much more for a peace treaty. Seems like war's gonna break out in the Dominion, and I'm willing to bet it's gotta be somebody's fault. So we'll see whose fault it is. But yeah. No. Like I said, guys.
Please,
Try to get us off this
I
island
understand what these
and
Sylvanar
into the main
desires,
country,
but I
which would
already
be another
told
island.
you.
But yeah.
We cannot
Alright.
provide dead. But he was just here. What happened? How awful. Who would harm such a peaceful creature? My guards saw nothing. We doubled the watch to ensure safety. I cannot abide the Sylvanar's murder in my town. I'll shut down the port if I have to. None sets sail until his killer is brought to justice. Of course, I hereby declare you a deputy of the Mistral Guard. No door shall be barred to you.
Could I help?
On my desk, you will find the most recent reports from the Mistral Guard. You are welcome to review them for any
Where should I
inconsistencies
begin?
that could lead to the killer's capture.
The Sylvanar murdered? These treacherous Khajiit have plotted with the Maormer to slay our noble envoy.
How dare you? The Sylvanar was our guest. You go too far, Vicereeve.
Outrageous. More Dominion treachery. I will conduct my own investigation.
Hello.
Alrighty then. Yep, I'd say somebody killed him. Somebody that definitely doesn't want to see this peace treaty or anything like that happen. So I'd have to say it probably would have to be the albinos, which really they're just, you know, white high elves. So kind of you're not tan high elves. So it makes me laugh at that, right? What are you?
As good a place as any. If that clerk has any sense, he'll find it.
Okay. I completely missed what's going on. What was going on, so. Read something about an anchor chain, so maybe Cold Harbor?
So much to do. So
Maybe they're trying to interrupt everything that's going on here in order to cause, you know, stuff to go wrong and other things like that. I'm not entirely certain. Definitely strange. So yeah, these are the kind of things I'm talking about. Like I said before, it, like, cracks me up that my characters like got such amazing observation skills. Like, I mean, if he wasn't a mutant cat out here in the real world, he definitely would he'd make for a great detective. But he's a cat, so probably just if you were to see him walking around, you'd probably freak out. I know I would. It just definitely would be kind of weird. Love I can just walk in here and look at their ledger and it's like they don't even care.
Get off my ship before I throw you off.
Seagull.
I need a
Anyways.
new rigging and a serving wench. Too bad for us both. Now get off my deck before
Talk
I
to
throw
this
you
lady.
off.
I need to get into your hold.
That's a serving wench. 3 minutes. If my sailors see your hands where they shouldn't be, I'll keelhaul you myself.
Maybe this will change your mind. Alright.
Don't cause trouble.
Whatever that means. I just think it's funny how your characters just like knows almost instantaneously where to go. I don't see anything. So yeah, we step into this area and I just don't see anything. There's just nothing here. Oh, there it is. Okay, so search the loose hatch. Crate of sea viper paraphernalia. Alright, there we go. We have, I guess, everything that kind of incriminates this person as part of the conspiracy, I guess it would be put, of killing that one person. The, I guess, mediator between the two races. But, so yeah, definitely into the water. Main reason why I always chose Argonians at first was because back in Oblivion, or back in the game of Oblivion, Elder Scrolls 3, and also Elder Scrolls 4 with Oh no, it was Elder Scrolls 4 that was Oblivion. Elder Scrolls 5, which was Skyrim. They had the ability to breathe underwater, even though it was more useful.
And the Green Lady is a most dangerous creature. But then, you have that spring in your stride again. What have you learned? The Maumar planned something, but what? Wait. The apothecary sold Daedra blood in
nothing that leads to Sylvanar's killers.
That
Here.
would explain the strange liquid upon the... Oh no. Bright moons, no. This is a sample of the vile cloud from around the Sylvanar's body. Bring it to the Green Lady. Tell her it killed her beloved.
What's wrong?
As for the rest, Harani will see what you found. We must move like Kenarthis herself is at our backs.
Khajiit ports. Now, let's think of a way out of this mess, shall we?
Okay. Alright guys, that's all the time we have for this episode. I do apologize I didn't get us off this island for this one. I do plan on trying to get us off the island for the next one anyways. But definitely guys, just drop a like and a comment in the box below and subscribe, and because it definitely helps out the channel, gets the channel booming, gets the channel going, and the more subscribers I get, more likely I'll be able to later on in the future dedicate more time doing these videos. I try to dedicate as much time as possible. At the same time, like I said, I have other things I gotta take care of. My dedication to God is first and foremost, so you know, I got the ministry I gotta take care of, and on top of that I have my wife, I have a kid on the way, so due in November. So when she shows up, it's a beautiful little girl. When she shows up, I'm going to be busy, a lot of my time dedicated to raising her. But anyways guys, God bless you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.